Hello everyone, welcome back once again to this new tarot reading. Today I'm going to continue the series for Mamamoo members. I believe that this is the end, like this is the last member that I'm going to do an individual reading for. So today it's Wayne's turn. So let's go with her energy. She is an Aries with a moon in Scorpio. Her Venus it's in Pisces and her Mars in Leo. So she definitely has a lot of um, different energies, a lot of water and a lot of fire, especially the water in very that gives her this sort of deepness to her personality, but at the same time all this fire can make her be very strong, very powerful, her energy. And despite of her maybe looking calm or looking like she is chilling, probably she is burning inside because she has a lot of energy and a lot of strong placements. So I believe that this is that she must have like a strong charisma or a strong stage presence. I haven't watched much about Mamamoo's MVs, or I have watched a few maybe live appearances, but not I'm not really familiar. But I do recognize Wheein. I know who she is. So let's start with the archetype cards that came up for her. Um, she got the card of Prince, Distractor, and Storyteller. So from what I could see, it's like there's so much masculine energy in her chart. It's like this is what I was referring to when I said that her energy was really strong. It doesn't mean that she's a masculine, that she is a tomboy, but actually is that probably she has like a pretty good balance. It's like she can switch, she can be very masculine, not in the sense of the masculine word, just in the sense of being a bit dominating. And actually, she can be also very sweet. But for example, in the card of the prince, it makes me think that whenever she wants to get something, for example, when it comes to love or when it comes to attention or when it comes to achieving her goals or what she wants, her dreams, she is very charming about it. She is very like proactive. She doesn't sit around and wait for things to happen. And I don't know why this prince, because you know that the archetype of the prince, we have the figure of a young man like holding a bouquet of flowers behind his back. So he's like ready to be a gentleman, or he's ready to make a love proposition, or he's ready to make like a romantic invitation, an invitation to romance. So I have the feeling here that maybe this is how she manages, how she moves in life. I believe that she welcomes every opportunity and somehow she makes things happen for herself. Also, with her being an Aries sun, it means that definitely there's a lot of fire and there's a lot of energy inside of her that makes her being probably the first in many of her activities. For example, I don't know, the first one to make the first try or to break the ice, or the first one that dares to do something different. There's a lot of firsts in an Aries person's life because they are the initiators of the zodiac. So there's like this energy of being a bit fearless and of being a bit of a daredevil, of going along with what you feel and how you're feeling in that moment, and you just go for it. You don't second guess. You don't try to make a map or a plan, or try to like to organize every move. You just do it. You just go after it. And here with the distractor, also the other archetype, I have the feeling that here with the prince, with what I was saying about being maybe the one that also takes the lead or takes the initiative when it comes to love relationships. I believe that she may be a bit of of that character when it comes to her love relationships or her intimate relationships. I believe that if she likes someone, or probably she wants to be friends with someone, or she is interested in someone, she just goes and asks that person. It's like we here with the distractor. I believe that she also is very interested in destroying the old ways, in destroying this very old, or maybe more traditional and old-fashioned idea of that the women had to sit around and wait for the prince charming to come their way, and they just have to wait patiently for them to make their mind. Actually, I think that she is more brave, she's more courageous in the sense, and she is not afraid to speak her mind, and actually she's very clear about her feelings. Also, at the same time, let's not forget that she has a moon in Scorpio, so obviously there's a bit of an introvert also about her. I think that she can go through moments in her life where she just desires to go within herself and not to interact very much with people. Especially if she feels like maybe some relationship had disappointed her in some way, or maybe that it didn't work out, or maybe the fact that she was very honest and very open about her feelings to someone, and that person somehow, I don't know, being, I don't know, indecisive, or playing with her illusions, or actually cheating on her, or making promises that they couldn't keep. Those kinds of really are really traumatic situations for a moon in Scorpio. So probably if she goes through like a heartbreak or some kind of disappointment when it comes to uh, the relationships she has with her loved ones, it's probably that she goes within herself, and that she goes into this very introvert mode. And here with this storyteller, I also have the feeling that she could also use journaling, writing, and or writing lyrics, creating songs, creating some way of art to trying to cope with the intensity of her emotions and how she feels, and about everything that she could be going through, and that sometimes she doesn't feel like telling everyone. You know that Moon Scorpio, they tend to be really secretive in that sense. They don't like to open up or to show their vulnerability to everyone, you know. So probably writing, talking about it, it's a good way to actually being able to connect with her inner thoughts and how she feels. So let's go with the cards that came out for her. She got the King of Wands, the Fool, the Devil, the Sun, the Two of Wands, the Chariot, the Tower, the Hangman, the Four of Pentacles, the Star, and the Queen of Cups. So the first thing I thought, first I saw the King of Wands, and I was thinking, the first thing I saw, I was like, since I seen her like being very comfortable with being like very masculine and very proactive, I was thinking that maybe this King of Wands was herself. But actually, now that I think about it, and I think about heartaches and disappointments, I don't know why, but I think that this is a person, that this is a male, that this is someone that she was involved with, that somehow comes and goes in her life. Because with the Fool, the Devil here, it looks like this person is not very it's not very um, it's not very consistent and actually doesn't know what they want. Actually, I think that there's a high possibility that they are very attached to each other and that they have like very a lot of chemistry, and a lot of sexual attraction, and that they are just meant for each other when it comes to physically attraction, and probably their personalities also are very competitive, and that they are very passionate, both of them. So I think that somehow this person, this King of Wands, that I have the feeling that it's someone that has a lot of fire energy in his spirit chart, is someone that probably comes and goes in her life, probably keeps in touch with her, then from some moment, from time to time, he disappears and then he comes back again, because here with the Fool, I have the feeling that he's a bit immature in that sense, that it's like he doesn't make the big gesture, or he doesn't make up his mind, but at the same time, he doesn't want to lose her. So this creates a bit of a horror attachment, like a very strong attachment from his person and from her. So I think that now she, or at least the moment that she's going through right now as an artist, she's starting to see that probably everything that he had gone through with her, actually, with him actually, has taught him, or has somehow inspired all her creative process, and that probably she's like been a bit more mature about. I'm sorry, my cat is here. Like, she's just been really mature about it, and she's trying to find just to find answers about why things happen the way they happen. So I think that she is using this experience. Maybe she wrote some lyrics about him. And she somehow referenced him. She talked about him. So, but it's like no one knows that it's him. Of course, I have the feeling that he's a very influential person. Please do not ask me if he is a BTS member, because whenever I say that he is famous, or whenever I say that is someone that probably is very successful, everyone thinks that it's a BTS member. So I'm not confirming nor denying, but let's keep our minds open. So I think that probably he is very influential in the sense that he's represented by a king. So I have the feeling that he may not be older than her, probably the same age, but somehow he's more successful. It's like probably he had been famous since he was young, or he's from a wealthy family, I don't know, but it's like he, despite of not being different when it comes to their age, he had experienced more luck in his life, or maybe more achievements, or probably not much achievements, actually, in the fact that probably he makes more money. That's the only difference, because actually I feel like Wayne is a really powerful and really a strong and intelligent female. So I don't know if I could say that he is more important than her, because actually I think that since he is here with all this energy, I feel like he's very childish. So I don't know what his position is or what his status is, but when it comes to love, he is a coward. So, and I think that she is realizing that, and this is why probably now she's feeling better about herself. It's like she's laughing about it. She's laughing about how much, how attached she was at the situation. It's like now she's looking back and she's finding it funny how she put herself in that situation, how they put themselves, the both of them, in that situation, that it's a bit like, it's a bit childish, but it's not childish from her part. It's just that he provoked her, and she wanted to provoke him back. So it's like, yes, she got into his into his way of playing somehow, some kind of game, some kind of manipulation. But because we Scorpio moons, we love drama and relationships, so probably that's the fun part of it, until we realize that we are very obsessed over someone, and then we this stop being stops being funny. um so I think that she had learned a lot from this, because here with the Two of Wands, the Chariot, the Tower, and the Hangman, I think that she knows that she has to move on. She knows that she has to make a decision for herself, for her own career, for her own future, and she knows that definitely some things have to change. She had been needing for quite a while. She had been thinking about that she wants to start over, that she wants a transformation, or at least she's feeling that it's about time that she transforms herself, that she somehow changes skin. She knows she has to to become a better version of herself. So she needs to, at the same time, she needs to recognize her past and forgive herself for all the times she was being obsessive, or all the times that she was being petty, or all the times that she was being jealous for no reason. She needs to accept that those are part of herself, and that she felt it. I think that she is very prideful, in the sense that, well, she's an Aries sun, so there's something about her independency, or the image of independency that she has, that definitely she is like, she wants everyone to think that she is an independent female, but when it comes to relationships, it's like she becomes she becomes like a doormat, like, um in a sense that she becomes a fool for love. And I think that we all go through that, especially when we come across certain characters that tend to play games with us, with our minds, and with our hearts. So I think that maybe for her it's a bit shameful, and it's she feels a bit embarrassed to actually sometimes admit that she had let herself feel so much for someone that ghosted her, or for someone that actually wasn't brave enough to actually face her, or face the situation, or face the relationship, because it was like he never ended the relationship, but he never like make it official either. So it was like coming and going. So uh, those kinds of moments were the ones that she got really nervous, that she got really like, she felt, she went from love to hate, and so on. So I think that definitely she knows that she has a bit of a codependency problem, that she needs. Maybe this is because her Venus is in Pisces, and also Venus in Pisces, they tend to think that in order for you to love someone, you need to sacrifice for that person, that you need to save that person. So you are like somehow the savior in the relationship. So you tend to attract people to your life that are broken, somehow are broken, or need some fixing, or they are just infantile, they're just childish, they are immature, they have a lot of codependency problems as well. So childhood traumas, and and I could go on forever, but I think that she's learning to own that aspect of herself, and being like, okay, I learned my lesson from these kinds of relationships, and now I want to move on. But I think that the great part about her is that she's is turning this into art, into inspiration. So I am really excited to hear her album, actually. Um, because then with the Four of Pentacles, the Star, and the Queen of Cups, it definitely shows some growth in her, especially some stability. And I think that she will go through a moment where she will feel blessed, that things are changing for her, and that somehow she's being guided. I don't know if you believe in the universe, destiny, whatever, but she is a very empathic. She's an old soul. Actually, she's very intuitive. If I would meet her in person, I would advise her totally to work on her spirituality, because she has a lot of amazing gifts when it comes to her intuition, and she could be some kind of psychic as well. This is why sometimes she could be too empathic with others, to the extreme that she puts herself into this toxic relationships where, from the other side, the only thing that these people want from her is her energy, to suck her energy from her, to get that healing feeling from her, and then they move on, leaving her empty, and actually leaving her really hurt inside. I think that she has a lot of capacity for love. She has a lot of capacity for love, and I think that one of the things that she is going to realize in the next months is that her true love is music. Is actually that she has a very strong and deep connection with music. I believe that it has helped her and inspired her in moments of a lot of hardships, and moments where she was really hurt, where she was in dark places. So I think that for her, it's really important to keep on working on music, to keep working with the group, to keep working on her inspiration. I think that she's very well connected to the spirit. She's very spiritual. So I think that if she wants to get more inspiration, I think that she just have to do some kind of meditation, or do some kind of routine that allows her to get in contact with her true self. So I'm going to leave it, guys, here. I'm sorry that I couldn't give you much details about the professional life. It's just that this person and this pattern here came really strong, so I had to talk about it. But hopefully, I will be doing a general reading for the group, so we can see what's in store for them in the near future. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.